So, ladies and gentlemen, Wuhan, China has a massive sewage problem. Huge amounts of sewage in Wuhan, China gets dumped into the environment, and gee golly whiz, they have a virus pandemic in Wuhan, China. So, let's go to New York City. The big rotten apple, the big smelly rotten apple, where Donald Trump and all of his ultra wealthy buddies dump huge amounts of sewage into the East River, New York Harbor, and the Long Island Sound. Travel up to the St. Lawrence River and understand that Canada dumps huge amounts of sewage into the St. Lawrence River, and then go over to Chicago where they dump huge amounts of sewage into the Great Lakes. Same with Detroit and Toronto, and, well, you get the picture. New York State has a huge sewage problem. So does it Vermont. Lake Champlain has been immensely, on a grand scale, poisoned. Baltimore, Washington, D.C., oh my God. Washington, D.C. has got a vast shit and piss problem. The Congress of the United States and the District of Criminals, they have a giant sewage shit problem too. Then go to Tampa, Florida, Miami, Florida. Go to New Orleans. Go to San Francisco. Go to Seattle, Washington, and, Boston and Philadelphia and lots of New Jersey and lots of Maryland. You've got this giant, unbelievable sewage crisis all over the United States, like at the Raleigh, North Carolina Federal Courthouse. They dump all of their sewage into the Walnut Creek. The state of North Carolina, from the Atlantic Ocean to Tennessee, has a massive sewage crisis. And, well, I don't know about anybody else, but I think that massively dumping sewage full of millions of viruses all over the United States in the middle of the pandemic. Well, wait a minute. Maybe did it cause the pandemic? I'm telling you, it caused the pandemic. And it's causing an awful lot of other sickness and death as well, that the corporate-owned, bankster, gangster-controlled news media and pieces of trash like Donald Trump and Mike Pence control. The Clintons, the Bushes, the Obamas, they're all a bunch of corrupt trash. You've got helicopter money, ladies and gentlemen, where the government just prints all the money they want. Quantitative easing, all the money they want. The paper and ink, the digital keystrokes of money. They've got unlimited money, or they can create, the phony baloney bullshit money. They can create all the phony baloney bullshit money they want, but for some odd reason, there's a massive, unbelievable sewage problem in the United States. To begin understanding this subject, go do a search on poisoning Lake Champlain, flushing Lake George. You see, they've been flushing Lake George, New York like a big toilet for decades to keep it sort of clean so that they can keep the tourists rolling in with all their fiat bills of credit, bills of exchange, helicopter, quantitative easing money. Because one thing they love in old Lake George is that phony baloney bullshit money. And there you have it, folks. The American sewage crisis, just like Wuhan, China's. Folks, wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up, America, and quit listening to this fat slob Donald Trump. And, Joe Biden, man, I'll tell you what, Joe Biden, I'm not voting for you. And I'm not voting for Trump, and I'm going to vote for anybody but either one of you two morons. Have a wonderful day, ladies and gentlemen.